I want to explain this before I go out. I'm about to go out and get me some money. I want to explain the definition of racism. Brief history. Racism was and has always been about money. Slavery is not the beginning of racism, right? But I'm gonna say slavery in America, right? So when you think of racism, white people enslaved black people, right? And why did they do that? They used the power that they had against them to make them money. So racism. Now, when you call somebody a name, that's a form of hate, or it's a form of you don't like that person or you hate them. But when you're racist, you want that person to be beneath you. You could call me a nigger all day. You could say, "Oh, you're a nigger, you're a nigger, you're a nigger," right? But at the end of the day, if you support me, so if someone support me, like they send me some money, they could call me a nigger all day. What is a nigger? That's nothing. That's nothing. That's nothing. But when I come and talk to you, right, and I come and say, I'm a white person, I say, well, support my business. I wrote a book. I did this. I'm doing this. And you tell me no, you're a racist. Because white people in America, by choice or by force, whatever, they have money. There's no broke white motherfucker in this world, bro. In America, there's no broke. When I say broke, I'm not saying like $1 million and all that. All white people got money. I don't give a fuck what you talking about. I don't give a fuck. So when I say racism, I'm basically saying people want to, when a person wants to see you down, like if you walk up to a person and you try to talk to them about your business or about coming up, and they look at you like you crazy and they don't support you, they're racist. And it goes for around the board, Mexican and all that, but really everybody, not just white, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody racist, bro. That's why I named my book, what was that? Brainwork 7. Brainwork 7 is everybody's racist, because everybody is racist, bro. Because nobody wants the next person to be better than them. Nobody wants the next person to be richer than them. But when you do become richer, then they got to deal with it. They have to deal with it. But on the come up, that's why it's so hard to come up, right? That's why it's so hard to come up. When people really trying to come up, you got to go through so many obstacles because people are racist. A racist, and being racist is they don't want you to get no money. They don't want you to be better than them. They feel like, oh, I gotta work this job. Why would I give you my money and to help you become something better than me? That's racist. Prime example, right? I was selling my books, right? I was downtown Phoenix, right? I made some money and shit, but I kind of was angry and shit, so I wanted to go to LA, right? Well, I wanted to go to LA, but I ended up booking the ticket to the Greyhound, right? I mean, on the Greyhound to Vegas. So when I booked it, I was like, bet, let me just try to make it a little more money so I can have when I get off the Greyhound or whatever, right? So I booked the ticket, and while I was standing right across the street from where I was standing, I see a mural. They paint a mural, so they were painting Huey P. Newton, Malcolm X. I didn't know who the other guy was, but I ended up finding out it was Stokely Carmichael, right? So they paint this for Black History Month and all this. It was about 6-7 people around. So I went over there and I wanted to sell them a book that I wrote, right? And none of them supported me, bro. None of them, not even the owner of the bar. They all told me no. Like they all told me no. Like they all told me no. And they didn't want to listen to me. They didn't want to. They didn't want to hear nothing. So it's like they pick and choose who they get their money to, and that's racist. By me telling you what went on in history and explaining why, I'm already going on my way for that. You should know that, but since you're not intelligent, Then I explained it to you. And after I explained it to them, they still didn't, nobody gave me $1, bro. But guess what? They kept offering me fucking alcohol. They kept offering me drinks, to buy me drinks. They kept offering me to buy me drinks, bro. Like, I'm like, I don't want to drink. I don't drink that. I drink Remy Martin. By my book, though. By my book. So it seemed like they were hating and they were racist. So hate, because, you know, hate falls under racism, right? It falls under that. Like, when you racist, you hate somebody. So what's the point? So you telling me you were born, this is why shit get confused at, right? So you telling me you were born, when you were born, you hated people that skin color look like mine. No, it's not that. You learned it. And it might be a gene in you that has some hating in you because you're a hater. You're a hater, but it's just not because of the skin color only, right? But you start realizing like, oh shit, black people are this and this and that. And you might not be strictly for your race, but personally, you like, man, fuck that nigga. Like, fuck you. Like, why would I give you my money? I'm not giving you no money, but you would buy a drink for me. That's racist and it's ignorant, right? And I know I get heated, so I don't know if you could catch on, you know. So I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna say it again. I'm gonna try to do it better, right? So racism, if someone sees you doing something positive and you're black, I'm gonna say when you black. When somebody see you doing something positive and you black, and they know they can afford it. They know they can support it any type of way. $1, $5, $10, $20, whatever. And they choose not to. They're racist. I don't give a fuck. And they're ignorant, because racism is ignorance, right? It's ignorance. Donald Trump not racist, bro. He probably got a little bit of stupidity in him, you know what I'm saying? But he's not racist. Because a racist wouldn't pardon people. A racist wouldn't go out their way to give you money and help you. Like, you could tell me I'm a nigger all day. Like, yeah, come here, little nigger. Come here, nigger. Come here, nigga. And I'm going to come. But then when we talk, we sit down and we talk, and you say, well, what you doing? And I say, I wrote a book. I'm trying to do this. I want generational wealth. You say, okay, how much? I say $100. You say, here. But the society have you so confused, right? They got you so confused. They say, well, if somebody call you a name, then they're racist. Just because I called you a bitch, what that mean? Like, what it mean? Like, I'm trying to figure it out. Like, what does it mean? Right? And it's so many dependent factors when it comes to this shit, right? But at the end of the day, bro, and you know, I said that to be funny, but you know, if somebody said, come here, nigger, and all that shit, nobody's trying to hear that shit because you know they being sarcastic. But what I'm saying is, they're not going to do that anyway. But what I'm saying is, it's not about when a white person or when somebody call you a nigger that they're racist because they try to get a rise out of you. A Mexican called me a nigga. He called me a nigga. He was working in the store. I didn't even say shit to him. Like, I bought my drink. I was walking around trying to see if I wanted something else. I just had my sign, right? And he was like, what else do you want? I said, man, I don't know, man. Like, hold on. He said, shut up, nigger. Like, he was ready to call me that. You feel me? So, like, at the end of the day, it's like, it's different, man, you know? So I just want people to know, you know what I'm saying? I just want people to know the definition of racism, man. So stop listening to these people when they tell you, just buy black or just do this. Bitch, you don't just buy black. Or we just got to stick together. Man, get the fuck out of here. Who taught you that? See, this the thing. Like, people are very ignorant, and that's why I snap on people. And I'm going to keep snapping. I don't give a fuck if I get shot in my head. Like, I got to die. Because when I'm shot in my head, I'm shot in my head. It's over with. If God chooses to, if God chooses to take me when I get shot in my head, it's over with. So it is what it is. I'm not scared, right? So at the end of